All right, here we go. Day 3. Heading to the gym now after work. And today is my favorite day. It is back day. Back, and then I'm gonna get some traps in there too, which I kind of lump into the same thing. And also gonna probably try to squeeze in a little bit of biceps, which I am experimenting with something a little bit new for those. Just the way that my muscle insertions work, I have a very long bicep, and so in order for it to, it looks good flexed, but when it's fully extended out, it stretches out just because of how long it is. And so I'm really trying to add some good density to it, and I want to build up its size so that way it can just look better and more proportioned with the rest of my torso, as opposed to from the front it looks a little bit small. So I want to try to widen it out, which I'm going to leverage things like hammer curls and reverse grip easy curls to try to build up the brachialis in the forearm, just to kind of make everything look a little bit more proportional. But I didn't do cardio this morning, and here's a weird irony that I've noticed today. I feel like garbage today, even though I actually got that more full night's sleep that I was talking about yesterday. Just throughout the day, I felt a lot more groggy and tired, even though I actually invested the time to get 2.5 more hours of sleep. So theoretically I should have felt better, but no, I felt way worse. I was dragging my butt at work today, kind of zombified and half brain dead. So that was an interesting observation, and that wasn't even the first time that happened. That happened another time too last week, when I forewent morning cardio in order to leverage having more strength in the evening to train legs. And it was a great leg workout. But again, through the day, I was just more tired than I was getting up earlier, having less sleep, and doing that morning cardio. So there really is just something about cardio that I don't know, gets the blood flowing a little bit better, wakes everything up. Tomorrow is leg day, so I am going to forego doing that morning cardio again, and eventually invest in a new phone stand so this thing stops wobbling around everywhere. So yeah, but today, back day, and then the little experimentation I'm doing with the biceps is, in times past, I kind of treated it like the larger muscle groups, trying to hit it twice a week, and it being a much smaller muscle group than something like the chest, the back, or the legs. I want to try hitting it with a little bit less volume more frequently throughout the week, so it gets recovered and then you hit it again. And I'm thinking about trying something similar with the deltoids as well, just because being such a smaller muscle group, I think I can get away with hitting it more frequently with a little bit less volume. So instead of doing something like 6 to 8 sets twice a week, maybe doing 3 to 4 3 times a week or something to that effect. I don't know exactly how I'm going to split it up yet, but that's kind of the brainstorming I'm doing right now with it. So we'll try. I'll probably do my full back workout, maybe 9 sets, do 3 sets of pull downs, 3 sets of a bent over, kind of assisted, or not assisted, but it's a bent over row, but it has the chest pad, so you're not putting a lot of stress on your lower back, especially tomorrow, since I'm going to be, for the first time in a long time, bringing back Romanian deadlifts, the sumo deadlifts, to try to concentrate on building up the posterior chain of the legs after my squats. And I'm thinking about that for legs as well too, thinking in the future is going back and forth. So if I'm going to hit legs twice a week, one of those workouts will start with a squat to concentrate on the quads and hit that when the legs are fresh, and then do sumo deadlifts, and then the following workout will reverse that and do sumo first to hit the hamstrings and glutes when they're fresh, and then do something like a leg press, like a shorter or more narrow stance leg press to concentrate on the quads, and then throw something like isolation, like a leg extension, or and then of course I do love leg curls for hamstrings. So that's kind of the thing for legs, but we'll see about biceps. I definitely, because I train them on Sunday, and I hit them hard, but they feel still fresh. I feel like I can hit them again. So Since I don't have any really like soreness, they don't really feel bad or anything like that. They feel recovered. I'm gonna hit them again and see if that kind of accelerates the growth a little bit better. You know, keep updated on that just to see kind of how my body responds to different training frequencies and volume, you know, modulations. Especially now in the early phase, I want to figure out what is most effective. Before, you know, once like I'm 3 months out, like 2 months out, I really kind of want to have dialed in and have a really good working knowledge of what is the best training split in terms of volume and frequency for each body part, which I've done it the way that I've done it in the past, and it worked really well doing everything twice a week. I just really I've been wanting, it's been on my mind to try with the smaller muscle groups doing a little bit more frequency. So we'll see, you know, we'll see how that works. But yeah, the whole thing with the not training in the morning and then feeling groggy all day, that's interesting because it's not the first time that that's happened. And I can't do it, you know, I'm not going to get up tomorrow because I have to do the legs in the afternoon, and that'll for sure diminish strength. So that's one thing. I mean, definitely my weight training was diminished, but cognitively I felt better. Like cardio, man, it just makes my soul feel good. It's good stuff, makes you feel great. So that's kind of the approach for today. I didn't post any of my meals today. It's kind of, I was on the go this morning, so I just made a smoothie. I made a strawberry protein shake with a protein bar and then a banana. That was my breakfast, and an apple. Lunch was sauteed fennel bulb with like a half a can of black beans, and then like a quarter of like some sweet potatoes that I diced up really small, threw them in the oven until they were crispy. So I had these like little potato crisps of purple sweet potato. And then the bulk of which was like the sauteed mushroom and onions, yep. And then fennel bulb took up a big bulk of it, which I found digested really, really well. And then I had a side of like beets. I had these like beets that are from Costco. They're already like prepped, like cooked, and there was like 3 or 4 of them in there that I chopped up and put some balsamic vinegar over and had that. And I love beets for the nitric oxide boost. They're great for your heart, because at the end of the day, that's what's most important. Your heart's got to keep ticking. Everything else you can live without, but you can't live without your heart, all your other muscles. And so here we are, looking busy today. Tuesday. Oh, here are these 2 romantic lovers. These 2 have been chilling outside the gym for a few days now. They're just like making out in the middle of the parking lot. They aren't today, they're just chatting. But the other day they were kind of like getting into it. Young love. I get it. I can empathize. All right, so here we are. Let's do it. Okay. Saturday workout, or Saturday, shows you where my head's at. Tuesday workout. Knocked out. It was pretty good. I've noticed a weird phenomenon that when you feel like crap before the gym, somehow, for whatever reason, it winds up being like a great workout. Because I was definitely felt stronger today than I did yesterday after all the cardio and everything. So like I mentioned earlier today, I was kind of like dragging my butt, feeling really like groggy and tired, which was true. I came home after work and I just laid down for like 20 minutes and shut my eyes, took like a little 20-minute power nap. Sometimes I find like a 20-minute nap will like refresh my brain, kind of like give me a little bit of like a refresh, a restart, but you can't go longer than 20 minutes. The second you go over 20 minutes, you kind of get into those deeper stages of sleep, and then you wind up feeling even more groggy waking up. But 20 minutes seems to be like that sweet spot where you just rest, and then if you're feeling like really groggy, and it gives you a little bit of a restart. And then woke up, just got dressed really quick, had an apple, and then headed out, and was still kind of like tired. But right after like I do a 10-minute cardio warm up. You should always be doing a light cardio warm up, nothing crazy, just to get the body moving, just to get like a ever so slight sweat going on before you initiate your weight training. This is going to optimize prevention of injuries, which is so important. I am vehemently against ego lifting, like just throwing on more weight than you can reasonably handle, and then using a whole bunch of just like cheating and momentum to try to move the weight instead of really like focusing on the contraction. And you got to push hard, but push hard with good form and slow and steady control of the weight. It's going to wind up being better for hypertrophy because you're going to be optimizing that time under tension, and it's going to minimize injuries, which is obviously indispensable, because if you get injured, well, then now you're out of commission, you can't train, you're not going to grow. So yeah, this is going to be a really quick one because I'm going to just pop in the store really quick to grab some groceries. Just got to pick up some things, and then that'll be it. So I can try to keep it shorter, because I know past couple videos kind of ran a little bit long, so I don't want to, obviously I'm not going to anticipate people sticking around for the whole video if they're going to be like 15-20 minutes long of me just yapping in the car. So yeah, 3 sets lat pull downs I did, 3 sets of that bent over row to get the upper back, the back portion of the trap, and then 4 sets of shrugs supersetted with a reverse grip machine, kind of like hybrid pull down row for the lower back, and then traps. Those I find you can combine, because the shrugs you're hitting the upper trap, and then with the reverse grip pull, you're pulling in the biceps, a little bit of the rear delt, and then the lower lat. So they don't really conflict too much with each other in terms of like interference of strength and performance. And by that time, the lat, it's kind of just really slow and steady. The heavy lifting is like those first 3 sets of lat pull downs, and then the bent over row. That's what I'm really trying to like focus on, lifting heavy and doing some really like serious weight for me. It's not like anything wild. So yeah, and then I did threw in some of that biceps at the very end too, just a single-handed cable preacher curl. I do that because once I hit failure, I can implement some of the intensity techniques where I hit failure and then I use the other hand to pull up and then do negatives, just to optimize that time under tension a little bit more. And then I just did like standing cable curls, which I was able to do like really easy drop sets with. Just because I've trained my biceps so hard in the past, I need to really slam them to like force them to grow and give them that stimulus that tells my body, okay, we need to build some more tissue here. So yeah, that was really the workout. Nothing crazy. I didn't do any cardio at the end just because it was getting late and I knew I had to stop in the store, get some groceries when I get home and shower so I can have some FaceTime with Carla, and then before bed, and then wake up tomorrow, and then hopefully it won't be as groggy tomorrow, but I won't be doing cardio again because it's leg day. And I want to really bring up my legs. So legs have always been a weak point for me, because when I first started doing training, I started out as a cardio. I started doing running because I was really overweight as a kid. My mom will deny it, but I was like 5th grade especially. I was really a little portly, a little like overweight, too much for a kid, to the point where it's not healthy. Not trying to fat shame, body shame, but having too much adipose tissue, it's like just objectively not healthy. So I did a lot of running. I didn't really know anything I was doing. I was young. I was like a kid and I was figuring it out myself. So I was doing a lot of running, got really skinny. And at that time, when you're going through puberty, you're basically, the training that you're doing is going to tell your body what kind of like muscle fibers it's going to want to prefer. So you have like those fast twitch muscle fibers, which are really good for strength and power output, but they fatigue fast. And then you have those slow twitch muscle fibers, which are more for endurance, but they're not really geared for hypertrophy. They can grow, but they're not nearly as much, they're not really constructed such to be big, like bodybuilder big. So I know my legs have a lot more of those slow twitch just because of how good I am at cardio, but the fast twitches, they're in there. So I'm going to try to really milk what I have there and try to build my legs up as much as I can, just to balance out the rest of the physique. If for whatever reason I ever decide to step on stage for a show, I don't know, that's like something on the bottom of my mind. And if I do it, I really want to pull the trigger and be like, yes, I want to do it. I can't kind of like half-ass it, because it is a very, very challenging and difficult thing to do. But yeah, so that's the workout for today. I'm gonna finish up the rest of my evening, get to bed, and then I'll put these clips together, the one from earlier and this one, post that up, and then schedule it to be posted tomorrow. Like I said yesterday, I'm gonna refrain from posting it tonight. I'm gonna schedule it to post tomorrow, and then it'll be daily posts from there, just checking in, and then hopefully after some time I can invest in a camera, then get some training clips and kind of expand the kind of content that I post. So thank you again for tuning in, and see you next time.